Ali Khamenei. He has warned that those responsible would regret it. This great crime, he says, will never remain unanswered. This is his office statement that has been released today after all that has transpired. So we're already, George was talking about what is the tone that the new leadership takes. This is the first indication of the tone that they're going to take. We've got more breaking news coming in. Fresh swarm of Iranian drones that have hit Dubai. Now, we were talking about Dubai just now. These are visuals. Like I mentioned, there has been a fresh wave. So what happened last evening is last evening, but there's been a fresh wave of drone attacks that we've seen in Dubai. It is bearing some of possibly the largest brunt of the Iranian onslaught. This could be because of location.
Latest pictures there on your screen?
Yes, these are all day.
These are all day visuals. Put them at the back of me so that we can blow these up, and we're going to show you, viewers, these pictures that we're beginning to see. Let's put them out here. These are the pictures that have come from this morning. That's the skyline. That I'm not sure.
These are day visuals.
Is this Dubai or is this? This must be Dubai, isn't it? These are the pictures from Dubai. If someone could confirm very quickly, this is Dubai. This is the skyline.
Yeah.
So this is the skyline. I'm not sure which area of Dubai this is. I've only been there once, but fundamentally, viewers, these plumes of smoke, not unlike what we saw yesterday. So we were just talking about that, about perhaps an incipient instability. This is Dubai airport area, so this
again,
is a critical.
This is an important installation. Of course, an airport is extremely important, but these are civilian installations. This is a big question mark on why the Iranian drones are targeting airports where there are civilians stranded and many Indians stranded.
I don't know, maybe they think that if you degrade these capacities, the US will not be able to use these as bases for its fighters.
But they have separate bases. Rahul, they have separate bases. Yes, they don't need the airport in Dubai to function.
So this is exactly what we're saying, viewers. The Iranian regime here is walking into everything that has been said about them, that it's a dangerous regime that poses a threat to the larger regional geography of the Gulf, and therefore it needs to go. And it is proving itself.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not going to go down very well. There's already been one death. I think it was in Dubai that the death was confirmed last evening. And I don't understand. By the way, for the context for our viewers, this is exactly where PV Sindhu and the rest of the Indian badminton team was actually stuck for many, many hours. And I think this was the fresh wave of drone attacks that PV Sindhu has mentioned on X as well.
And that happened about 3 or 4 hours back.
Yes. So these are visuals, I think, from early morning this morning. But this is going to be a huge question mark as to why this is happening. We got another visual, actually. I think these are correlated visuals, but we'll establish that and cross-check that. We had a visual of the Dubai airport where from inside you could see some of the damage that was because of these drone strikes.
So these are the underpasses, viewers. These are it's coming back to me a little bit when they're about 5 or 6 years ago, before COVID. I remember passing through some of these tunnels that took you all the way to the airport. So here you have a situation, viewers, that civilian infrastructure, as you're saying, is being targeted.
This is also a symbol of modernity as far as the Islamic world is concerned, a symbol of stability. You've got, the high net worth individuals all having bases in Dubai. You've got a large expat population. So this is, of course, going to make them feel very nervous. And I wonder whether the Americans had kind of factored this in, that Dubai would come under attack
those are we've got some visuals also of a building that seems to be in that vicinity. There you can see it. That's another building that seems to be also...
These are all the skyscrapers, I think, also from Dubai.
Yeah, exactly. So viewers, let me just put this into context. And we were showing you the map. Dubai is very close to Iran. It's just across the ditch, as they say, just across the Strait of Hormuz, which is very shallow at some points and very narrow at other points, 20 miles. So you have Iran that is beginning to target the symbols of what is the current engine, the non-oil engine of the services-based economy of the Gulf. Now, why is this a strategically important target for Iran to attack? What the Iranians are trying to do here is to create pressure. So here is that map. Let's have a quick look at this map. Here is Kuwait. Here is the UAE. Here's Dubai. And that is Iran. And you can see it's just this water. And it could be any one of these batteries located anywhere in the south of Iran that is unleashing this.
UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, all very close.
What this tells you is that the Iranians still retain some capacity to hit pinpoint accuracy at the targets that they want to hit and target.
These are drone attacks.
These are drone attacks.
Drone attacks are easier to mount. We've seen that in Operation
Because they
Sindhu.
go under the radar and this, that, the other.
Because you can swarm.
Okay,
First
you
of
can
all,
swarm.
you
Right.
can swarm the place that you want to attack.
Yes.
And also, these are low-cost operations. I don't know, the general can maybe update us a little bit. How many IBCMs does the Iran have? How many missiles does the Iran how much capability do they have? Are they saving them for Israel? Are they saving them for US bases? Because these are drone attacks.
These are drone
easier
attacks,
to
so
mount,
this-
and you can swarm and maybe one or two land. We don't know what the extent was.
Do you think these have come from within? Are they actors sympathetic, or they have come
No,
from
no,
across?
they must have come from Iran, but I don't
So-
know what the extent was, in the sense that were there 400 drones fired and only one landed? We have to see this in context.
And have a look at these pictures, because you can see the panic. The person who's taking these videos has suddenly started sort of running for cover because they're sensing, and we're being told that there could be there are multiple explosions that are being heard. We've just got visuals of one part of the skyline concentrated and focused
But
near
we
the
did
airport.
see this last evening as well.
Yes,
Many
we did.
residential buildings,
Yes.
plus that drone, one drone I think that managed to land around the Burj Khalifa complex. So there were plumes of smoke. There were people in their residential complexes in balconies making these videos. They could see the drones, particularly in a night sky. You can actually spot it easier. And many of them were making these videos, but these are all from earlier this month.
So these are